Viva Women's League, viva! Thank you, Comrade Chair. Viva Youth League, viva! Let me somehow finish by saying, Viva Cosas, viva! Thanks. Comrade Chair, thank you. Let me greet our Treasurer General, the Acting Secretary General of the African National Congress, Comrade Paul Mashatile. Let me thank Comrade Obed Bapela, Comrade Nomvula, and other members of the steering committee that has been with us since the start of the conference. We have learned a lot, and one thing that we have learned in this process is that if we work together and understand each other and harness the process of the ANC will be united, it will grow, it will occupy the center stage of being the leader of the society. We wish that this happens at branch level, at regional level, and at the leagues. I'm not here to make political speeches. As the Northwest, when I was sitting here yesterday looking at nomination, the process of nominations, at some stage I was getting frustrated, but at some stage I became so excited. You have broken a record. You engaged in nominations for 7 hours. 7 hours. So don't go to court and say we are not given a chance to nominate. We gave you that chance, comrades. Now, comrades, before I invite Comrade Buntre, I would like to thank the comrades that were observers from regions of the ANC, the comrades from COSATU, comrades from the Veterans League, comrades from the Women's League, and Sanko this time. Comrade Paquet, thanks. We had a very vibrant young man from Sanko there. Now, comrades, you gave us a task. It was a very delicate and sensitive task. As you can see, all of us didn't sleep, but we are still here. And I want to thank all those comrades from elections, the dedication that they've shown, and all those participated. And I must thank the 2 representatives from the NEC that were with us till now, that didn't sleep and say we are old. Can I now usher Comrade Buntre to come forward to announce? Amanda, now comrades, as Comrade Buntre announces, we must give her a chance to announce, then we can celebrate. Can I make that request, comrades? Thank you.
Dumelang, comrades. Let me acknowledge the national leadership present here today, all the structures, and thank the team that worked with us behind me from the regions and the structures who were part of the extended Electoral Commission, the chair of the Electoral Commission and his team, the NEC deployees who worked tirelessly with us. They're not as young as you and me, comrades, but they've been there throughout this journey. I must say it has been the longest Saturday in many moons, comrades, but we are here with an outcome. And I also wish to congratulate you for participating in the process, being vibrant, above all, ensuring that the women in this province are elected into the PEC without forcing the hand of the Electoral Commission. Congratulations on that. Comrades, I'm not going to waste time. As per our statistical information that you have with regard to the amended, adopted credentials, we had a total of 687 eligible voters with 612 votes cast. We had a total of 9 spoiled ballots. And the distribution of votes is as follows. And I'm only going to read out the results of those that made it into the PEC, which is a list of 1 to 30, in the order of the highest votes received. And as I read them out to you, I will request that they come onto the stage. Firstly, we start first position at 446 votes. Comrade Susan Basetsana Janji. Comrade Basetsana? Comrade Susan, are you here? Okay, we move on to the next at position 2 with 315 votes. We've got Comrade Motlalipula Khosho. In third position, comrades, in third position at 294 votes, we've got Comrade Wendy Nelson. Fourth position at 287 votes, we've got Comrade Kenetswe Mosenuhi. In fifth position, we've got at a tie 284 votes going to Comrade Betty Gehakilwe. And also Comrade Teboho Mudise. Seventh position, seventh at 280 votes, we've got Comrade Saliva Molapisi. Eighth position at 279 votes, we've got Comrade Stella Mondlane. At ninth position, comrades, ninth position at 277 votes, we've got Comrade Sipho Dial. Thank you, comrades. 10th position tied at 269, which I'll say 10 and 11. We've got comrades Mpho Kuno, and also at 269, we've got comrade Grace Kiamogetse Mula Mkulai. Position 12. Position 12. 12 at 267 votes. We've got comrade Hendrik Buerta. At 13th position at 266 votes, we've got comrade Justina Mutiba. And the next, at position 14 with 265 votes, we've got comrade Elizabeth Lizi Mugua. Position 15 with 262 votes, we've got comrade Tebogo Motase. Thank you, comrades. Position 16 at 261 votes, we've got comrade Nkotswe Nketu. Position 17 at a tie, which I'll call 17 and 18, with 258 votes. We've got comrade Victoria Makaula. And also at 258, comrade Nomvuyiselo Sompa. Position 19. Position 19 with 256 votes, we've got Comrade Desbo Mohono. At 20 with 255 votes, we've got Comrade Felicia Tswene. Again, comrades, at 21, tied at 253 votes, are comrades Maria Munana and comrade Ntabiseng Shuping. Our 23 and 24 at a tie of 251. We've got comrades Lena Micha and comrade Morutse Molefe. At position 25, we have at 250 votes, Comrade Dumelo Maruping. Positions 26, but we'll say 26 and 27, which is a tie at 249 votes. We've got Comrade George Masango Manyike and also tied at 249 votes, we have Comrade Buipilo Mareko. At position 28, with 247 votes, we've got Comrade Grace Masilo. Last but not least, at 29, with 246 votes, we've got Comrade Caesar Mohatutsi. And comrades, before I bid you farewell, A representative of the observers would like to say a few words. But before that, I will give you the last position, being 30 at 245 votes. We've got Comrade Priscilla Williams. Thank you very much, comrades. All the best.
Thank you, comrades. Amandla. Comrade Majay Mutsukai, can you come and offer us the declaration?
Amandla! Amandla! Viva ANC, viva! Viva COSATU, viva! Viva SACP, viva! Roar the Young Lions, roar! Wathinta umfazi! Wathinta umfazi! Bua moagi, bua! Tia msebenzi, tia! Comrades, my task is very simple, as requested by the Electoral Commission. I, Majay Mutsukai, stand before you here today on behalf of the revolutionary observers of the 9th Provincial Conference of the ANC in the Northwest Province to declare that, in our view, after spending 12 hours of non-sleep, this election, in our view, is declared free and fair. Amanda!
Ntate Machila, you are wanted upstage. Ntate Machila, you are wanted upstage. Let them see for 2 minutes. Amandla! To our seats, Amandla! Let us get seated, comrades. Let's go back to our time. Let's go back to our seats, comrades. Amandla! 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 Thank you, comrades. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's have our seats. Let's have our seats. Let's have our seats. Let's have our seats. Let's have our seats, comrades. Let's have our seats, comrades. Please, comrades, please, let's have our seats. Let's have our seats. Let's have our seats. Let's stop singing, comrades. Let's have our seats. We are left with 2 more speeches. Let's have our seats. Thank you very much. We are now going to call the provincial chairperson of the ANC in the Northwest, Comrade Nono Malloy, to come and address you. Comrade Nono Malloy, can you address members of the ANC in the Northwest as we call upon you to address the delegates of the 9th Provincial Conference of the ANC in the Northwest?
Yes.
Amandla! Amandla! Viva ANC, viva! Viva ANC, viva! Viva ANC Women's League, viva! Viva ANC Youth League, viva! Viva SACP, viva! Viva COSATU, viva! Viva SANCO, viva! Viva Veterans League, viva! Viva the Progressive Youth Alliance, viva!
No, thank you very much, comrades. Now, comrades, you will recall that this is the second leg of our conference. In the first leg of conference, the Deputy President did deliver his political address, and in that first leg of conference, the chairperson of the ANC also delivered an acceptance speech. And we had to take a prolonged tea break which lasted about 2 weeks. And we came back a day ago, yesterday. Now, yesterday we had a political report by the former convener of the IPC, And today we are having an inaugural speech by the chairperson again, and a closing address by the TG. Now, when you give an inaugural address after so many speeches, it means you need to be very careful not to repeat what you said previously, or not to repeat what other leaders have said before you. So I'm trying to be very careful not to repeat those. Now, comrades, one of the political activists, Chomsky, has this to say. And I will be very slow because I want all of you to listen. And it was about optimism. Optimism is a strategy for making a better future. Future can be better if we take responsibility for making it so. If you assume that there is no hope, then you are guaranteed that there will be no hope. If you assume that there is an instinct for freedom, there are opportunities for things to change. There is therefore a chance you may contribute to making a better world. It is your choice, and I close quote. In this context, comrades, the outcome of this provincial conference must inspire optimism and confidence to create a better future for this province. The outcome of this conference must guarantee hope and faith in the structures of the African National Congress, in the ANC-led government, and in communities of our beautiful province, the Northwest. We must be optimistic, all of us comrades, that ill-discipline, factionalism, corruption, infighting, disruptions, gangsterism, lies, hatred, greed, selfishness, political jealousy, discussing internal organizational matters in public platforms, and other malfeasance will be buried after this conference. I must indicate, comrades, that this was the longest provincial conference ever. It took over 6 days, and we had 2 sessions. This was the longest. After Gauteng, of course, Gauteng did set some example and so on, but in the Northwest, this is the longest conference ever. Now, comrades, I have therefore decided not to present the full text of my inaugural speech today, but an executive summary. And I hope as I present this executive summary, you will be able to follow. Because this executive summary will come in a form of a program of what is it that we must go and do after this conference. I did indicate to all of you previously that time for rhetoric is over, time for endless talks is over, it is now time for action. Less talk, more work. So let us begin. And as we begin, I hope all of you, you will note what I'm going to say. I hope you have pens and papers to write, because I want, when you go out of this conference, you must go back to your branches and give a report back. because you were delegated by your branches, so you must report to your branches. And I hope I did set a good example. After the first session, or the first leg of this conference, I went back to my branch, met with the branch executive committee, and informed them what transpired in the first leg. So you must all do the same. You were sent by your branch, you are not representing yourself. Now let us repeat quickly, comrades, and talk a little bit about the state of our organization, the African National Congress. Now we all know, and we must all acknowledge, that our branches are led by individuals who are not supposed to be leading the ANC. Or let's say some of our branches, not all. Some of these individuals, they are clueless, they don't understand the African National Congress, but they are leaders of the ANC. They don't even call branch executive committee meetings of the ANC. They don't call branch general meetings of the ANC. The only thing they do is to go to government offices and say, I'm a chairperson of the branch, I want this tender and that tender. That is some of the comrades who are leading this organization called the African National Congress. I said previously that meetings of the African National Congress more often than not don't correct because they are disrupted by disruptive elements within this organization. What is disturbing, comrades, is that non-members of the ANC are still appearing on the membership list and the attendance registers of the African National Congress. Now, I want to share this privileged information with all of you. Before this conference, I was a member of the Provincial Dispute Resolutions Committee. Now, some of the people who disputed branch general meetings of the ANC are people who stood for elections against the African National Congress just 8 months ago. They contested against the ANC. They lost, the ANC won. Some of them did not even attend BBGMs of the ANC, but they lodged disputes. Some of them were even brave to tell us in the PDRC that no, indeed, I was working for the opposition, I was a candidate and so on, but I'm a member of the ANC. Some of these members are active participants in other political parties. They attend a meeting of the Patriotic Alliance or whatever you call that party. They attend a meeting of this other party. They also come to meetings of the ANC, particularly in BGMs and BBGMs. And at times, they even disrupt the meetings of the ANC, wearing T-shirts of the African National Congress. Like I said earlier on, some of our branches are not active branches of the ANC, they are dysfunctional. There is lack of policy and mature debates amongst and between cadres of the movement at branch level. There is high level of ill-discipline. Comrades do as they wish. They disregard the constitution and the code of conduct of the ANC. There is lack of political education, and I don't want to quote the former secretaries of the African National Congress, Comrade Kgalema Motlanthe and Comrade Gwede Mantashe, what they said about us. You all know. I don't want to repeat what they said. Now, what needs to be done? This is what I want you to note, comrades. All members of the ANC, old and new, must be taken through an intensive political education program. Now, Comrade Secretary, you'll have to interact with Comrade Masondo and the Political Education Subcommittee at the national level. That we must start with this PEC. This is where we must start. Because we must never assume that because a person is elected as a provincial chairperson or a member of the PEC, he understands the ANC and its policies. So this is where we must start. And hopefully, time permitting, that induction workshop must happen this coming weekend. So the secretary will interact with those responsible and ensure that we start here before we come to branches, before we come to regions and so on. And that exercise must focus on simple things. It must never be complicated. No two-stage theory, what. Start with simple things. The history of the African National Congress. That's where we must start. Secondly, simple things. Roles and responsibilities of the structures and its members individually. Thirdly, policies and principles of the African National Congress. We must start with simple things. Simple things which we think that everybody knows and so on. And I hope, Comrade Secretary, we will start this exercise as quickly as it is possible. The second thing which we must do, Comrade Nomvola, we must clean up our membership system. We can't have people who are not members of the ANC appearing on the attendance register of the African National Congress. And that exercise, Comrade Nomvola, I'm referring to you because you are organizing national. We want this exercise to be completed before the end of September, of cleaning up this thing. End of September, not next year, next month. Our political education program, that subcommittee must function and they must do their work without fail. Because that must be the busiest subcommittee in the Northwest. Because after this PEC, after we have inducted the PEC, we must go to the ground and make sure that each and every member of the ANC understand what we spoke about above. That's what we must do. And that subcommittee will have to do this exercise, and we must do it as quickly as possible. Screening of leaders of the ANC, starting from us, going to branches, and so on. I can't talk about RECs. We'll talk about RECs after regional conferences. We must screen each and every member. Because there is no certainty that these members who are doing all these bad things in the African National Congress, whether they are real members of the ANC or they are sent to come and disrupt the African National Congress. Today, everybody says that 2024, the ANC is going to lose elections. Even some researchers are saying we are going to reduce our majority to 42% and so on. But I think there are people who are eating the ANC from inside. And it is necessary for us to deal with this thing as quickly as possible. Now, comrades, I've spoken, I think, also in public platforms about instilling discipline, and forcefully. We must instill discipline. There is lack of discipline all over and at all levels. In structures of the ANC, in government and so on, there is no discipline at all. I made an example. I said we went to Likwatemane, where members of the ANC wanted to remove a mayor on Monday. And we had to say, you stop this thing because you did not deploy yourself. You are deployed by the ANC. You are occupying seats of the African National Congress. So you need to do what the African National Congress requires of you to do. And a key amongst those is to implement the elections manifesto. And those comrades stopped. Today you have a crisis in Kagisano Molopo, where comrades just decide to remove other comrades from positions of responsibility without talking to the African National Congress. And to them it's business as usual. We have a date with them this week. You go to the Tsobotla. The Tsobotla, they have 2 mayors, 2 speakers, 2 MMs. That's insane, comrades. That's insane. We had a session with them. When was it, Secretary? Thursday or Friday? We had a session with them on Friday. We said within the next 7 days, and that 7 days is ending on Friday, they must go back and restore the status quo. The mayor who was deployed by the African National Congress must go back and occupy that seat. The speaker who was deployed by the African National Congress must go back and occupy that seat. The MM who was appointed properly following the laws of this republic must go back to office. And that one who was put in that office through back doors and so on, he must vacate that office. So they have 7 days, till Friday. At 4 o'clock today, we have called the caucus of Madibeng. They are coming here at 4 o'clock. Because we are told that on Tuesday they intend to remove a mayor who was deployed by the African National Congress. Now, there are processes in the ANC that must be followed by each and every member of the ANC. If you are not happy about a person deployed by the ANC, you don't just go to council and caucus with the opposition and remove that deployee. You must come to the ANC and say to the ANC, we are not happy with this deployee and these are the reasons. And we want the ANC to act, and you must allow the ANC to act. You must not take the law into your own hands. We will be having in due course a meeting with the NEC deployees to give us a report about their interventions in different municipalities, including their recommendations. And after receiving that report, we are going to act on that report. And we said, comrades, we are no longer going to be an ANC that develops programs without an action plan. Whatever we do will be informed by the SMART principle. We'll apply the SMART principle. There must be timelines. When are we going to do all the things that we say we are going to do in these platforms? And we have started, it is now hands on deck. Since 1994, we have been losing seats in the legislature in this province. I think we started at, was it 29, Basetan? Was it 29? Yeah, when we started, out of 33 seats in the legislature, we had 29 seats. Today we have 23. Today we have 21 seats. Now it means our people are slowly losing confidence in the African National Congress. And they are losing confidence because we are doing things that are uncalled for. as deployees of the ANC. Now, if you follow the debates in the legislature, you will see the circus that is taking place in that legislature. It's a circus. Members of the ANC in a legislature are taking one another or are taking each other in the legislature. It's a circus. In that legislature, as we speak today, portfolio committees are chaired by members of the opposition because members of the ANC connived with the opposition to remove ANC chairpersons and installed DA chairpersons. We have won elections, but we are accounting to the opposition. Now we have a date with the caucus of the legislature. Now, those comrades, and these are not negotiables. We are not going to a meeting to discuss. Those comrades are going to give them a deadline that they must remove those DA chairpersons and whatever, and members of the ANC must go and chair those portfolio committees. We have a date with that caucus to tell them that all of them, they are deployed by the ANC, they are deployees of the ANC. That the circus that is happening in that institution must come to an end. Failing which we will have no option but to take back the seats of the African National Congress and give them to people who will respect mandates of the ANC. Now, this circus, which is also happening in all these municipalities, must come to an end. Caucuses of the ANC will not discuss removal of other members of the ANC. You will discuss service delivery issues. Our people are sick and tired of potholes that are all over the show in this province. So all of you, I know some of you are here, councillors. All of you, your focus is on providing quality service delivery to our people. Not it's not your responsibility. Now, we'll have evaluation, which of course is going to be placed in the office of the chairperson, like a regular basis. We're going to rotate in this province. That rotation also is for a specific purpose, to do this monitoring. And you will not fix potholes because you are told that the PEC is coming. Because we stay there, we know. So you are going to account on a regular basis, comrades. Now, if you don't have the capacity, if you don't know what is expected of you and so on, you must simply come to the leadership and confess. And we will help you to build that capacity. If you have a headache, you don't tell us that you have a headache, we'll not be able to advise you to go and buy Panado. So you must tell us that you have a headache. We'll then give you a headache tablet and so on, then you'll be okay. Our problems are not only at a political level. Our problems are also administrative. Administrative. We have, comrades, on our own, unprovoked, nobody provoked you, unprovoked, decided to deploy people who don't have the necessary academic qualifications into positions of responsibility. Now, we want all of you comrades to immediately start with the skills audit. Because when we come to your municipality and so on, we are going to pose those questions. Have you done the skills audit? Are all these employees placed in proper positions and so on? If not, why are you not doing it? That exercise must be done as quickly as possible. And before the end of this financial year, we want you to have completed that exercise, including the provincial government. Comrade Leader of Government Business, Motlale Pule Khosho. Before end of this financial year, that skills audit must be done. Now, this Christmas of just deploying people who don't have qualifications and so on, and people who are not politically correct, who don't understand the ANC, that Christmas is over. Mokete wa dikatso fedile. We want revocrates. We want revocrates who will be able to translate ANC policy, ANC manifesto into government policy. Now, we can't be having people who are hostile to the African National Congress deployed to implement programs of the ANC. And I want to repeat that Setswana le nkutlwe sentle comrades, ka gore e botlhokwa thata. Ga o ya ko ditlhophong, o ya o tshwere pampitshana o e bitsa o re ke elections manifesto. O bo bolella baagi ba Afrika Borwa le baagi ba bokone bophirima. Gore rona re le African National Congress ga le re tlhopha re tlo go dira dilo tse di mo setlankaneng se se bitswang elections manifesto. Batho ba Afrika Borwa ba le tlhopha. Ga ba le tlhopha ba expecta gore le dire tse di mo setlankaneng seo. Ya lona ga le tlha go pusong le tsa setlankana seo le se bela go thoko le tsa dilo tse dintse re sa di itseng. Jaanong re batla batho mo administrationeng ba ba itseng go mosebetsi wa bone ke go fetola setlankana se sa African National Congress ba se etse setlankana sa puso re tle re kgone go etsa dilo tse re rileng go bathong ba rona re tle go di dira. Jaanong comrades 2024 now go tshwantse